Brad, the other night after St. Louis, you talked about gathering yourself, settling yourself. Is that something that can only be learned during a game, or is it something you can, when you got a couple days like this, can you help guys through situations like that?
Yeah, that's our job, right? I think as a team, as coaches, we're trying to always figure out how to get better. We had a tough stretch here in the second period that really killed us. Obviously, the turnovers in the third hurt us, but that stretch of hockey is just not good enough. And so you try to learn from that, and we got a lot of road games coming here and some real good teams, so we got to be sharp.
I guess my question is, can you do that in a practice session or a film session, or does it take a game where you're actually going through it to learn how to deal with it?
Well, it's both. I think you review it, you work on it, you talk about it, and then cross your fingers, right? I mean, it's you hope that it gets applied. That's the next step. We got to apply it in a game, and there's going to be momentum swings tonight. I guarantee it. It's a loud building. It's a fun building, and they're a hard-working team, and they're going to come at you. And so, how are we going to stop that? That's going to be. We'll see.
Have you? I'm sure you said yesterday that you and the coaches were going to kind of confer on what we saw yesterday in practice. Did you guys make any decisions lineup-wise?
Yeah, Danforth's going to go in. Hoff's going to be out. Elvis will be in net. As far as lines, we'll figure that out there in warm-up.
Lars, Silly's minutes have dipped a little bit in the last few games. How much are you watching him as an 18-year-old kid for fatigue, both mental, physical? First time in the NHL, are you keeping an eye on him and where he's at in terms of the regimen of playing?
Yeah, I think you keep an eye on everybody, but Silly, he's right in the thick of it now. I mean, we finally hit it in NHL schedule, really. It was pretty, I wouldn't say lax, but it was much easier to navigate, a lot of home games. But now we're going to get into it. We get right to the teeth of it, and for the next 2.5 months, we're in it. So, we're going to watch how he responds, reacts. He's putting forth the effort. I think he's got to calm his mind down in some situations. Sometimes it's overworking and really trying to cover up too many problems, rather it's just do your job. But he'll navigate through it. He's a young man that's he's got a lot of heart, a lot of will, and a good understanding of the game. So from game to game, there's going to be some things that he's going to have to work on.
We talk about growing pains with the team and individual players. How good can this be for him over the course of the season to maybe go through some adversity and then learn from it that way?
Well, you're going to go through adversity.
Yeah.
18, 28, 38, I mean, your team, there's no question. It's not a matter if it's going to happen, it's when. And then how we navigate through that. And so talk about young team, old team, doesn't matter. It's opportunities. As I said yesterday, during the adversity, it's a real opportunity to grow. Winning's easy. And I mean that kind of tongue-in-cheek. It's hard to get the wins, but sometimes you're just getting out of their way, and they find ways to win. And when it starts to maybe snowball the other way, there's opportunities to teach. And I think show them how to stop the bleeding, show them how to, and then you got to go do it. And there's another team out there, and they get momentum at home, and they get rolling. They got energy, and so it's you got to find ways to navigate through that. And so we're not game 20 tonight, and so there's lots of hockey left, and so we're gonna have to learn how to manage those moments.
Yeah, and his age, I mean, he's obviously the youngest guy in the NHL, so I'm sure there's some people that may look at this and be like, well, you don't want to damage him or whatever like that as far as confidence.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that with him, he doesn't
No.
seem like that kind of guy. So this could be, how important could this be, I guess, at this age for him to go through this process?
Yeah, you know what? Why does adversity have to be such a damaging thing? I don't understand that, and I get the understanding that he's a young man. I get that, but don't be scared of it. And he's not scared of it. He's not a kid who's cowering, and if anything, he's trying to find the answer. Okay, what do I need to do? And so these moments are not bad things for young players, and of course we're watching and monitoring, but it's good to struggle. It's good. It's not always going to be perfect, and heck, when you get into playoffs, guess what? From game to game, from period to period, it's intense, and there's certain struggles that are going on in adversity. So you got to go through stuff, and whether you're 18, 28, like we got Hoffman, he's a rookie and he's 28, 29 years old. So our whole team's going to go through it. It's not just one guy.